What's up? It's Jan back at it again with another nerdy bookish video. Welcome to my most anticipated May 2022 book releases. I always struggle with that intro for these videos. I started these videos like 2 months ago where I talk about all the books that I'm excited for the upcoming month. They're not necessarily the books I'm gonna read in the next upcoming month. Maybe I won't even read them until next year, but I'm excited for them nevertheless. These books are always a variety of genres. That's that on that. So May was a big release month for me, but the ones I was most excited for I got as ARCs. So I have one physical ARC and then the other two I'm gonna talk about I got from NetGalley. So just briefly, because I already vlogged about this, I've already wrapped these books up. The ones that I've read that are coming out in May are Book of Night by Holly Black, which I gave 3 stars. Highly disappointing. I read it during a very tumultuous time in my life, so I kind of have bad associations with this, but I still low-key want the finished copy because I think the cover is stunning. I know some people think it looks boring or dumb, but I love a good crescent moon on a cover. And I did tab this one a lot and I really like the writing. It's just the plot and the timing in my life, they just didn't, especially some of the things that were happening to these characters. It was scarily accurate to my life at the time, and yeah, I was triggered. But that's that. And then I also read Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I'll link all my vlogs for these down below. In January, I read it for a romance vlog, and I gave that one 3 stars as well. It's more of the sister dynamic rather than the romance. Like I said, all the other times I've talked about this book. The ending was really cute. It almost made me cry. Books about family, it doesn't do anything for me, but it did have a cute little romance. It wasn't anything too special in my opinion. That's why I gave it 3 stars. If you're gonna read Emily Henry, start with Beach Read or People We Meet on Vacation. If you want romances with a backstory that has substance. This one had the sister situation aside from the romance, so if you like books about sisters, then fine, read this book. But yeah, the romance felt like the undercurrent of this storyline. Is that the right term? I don't even know. And then the third book that I was hella excited for, ew, I just said the word hella with emphasis, that's weird, was Tokyo Dreaming by Amico. This is a sequel to Tokyo Dreaming. No, Tokyo Ever After, which I absolutely loved, gave 5 stars, one of my top 10 of 2021. And then Tokyo Dreaming came out, and if you've read Tokyo Ever After, your favorite character most likely is not in the second one as much. There are tropes that I didn't like. It got very cheesy YA at times. There was no chemistry between these two people. I gave it 2 stars. Moving on. I usually go in publication order. The first set of books come out on May 3rd. The first book on this list that comes out on May 3rd is Forging Silver into Stars. If y'all are new here, I need Goodreads as a lovely assistant, so bear with me. So this is by Brigid Kemmerer, the author of the Curse Breakers trilogy and also Defy the Night. I have yet to finish the series, and Defy the Night I've had for a while and haven't read yet. I think the second book to that, that one's coming out too. But Forging Silver into Stars is the first in another series that she's starting. Ooh, she's thick. 560 pages. Magic has been banished in the land of Sil Shallow for as long as best friends Jax and Callan can remember. So this is a fantasy, a YA fantasy, by the way. Later, they realize that magic has returned to Sil. Is it Sil Shallow? Sil Shallow? Shallow? I don't know. In the form of a mage smith who's now married to their queen. Now the people of I'm gonna say Sil Shallow are expected to allow dangerous magic in their midst, and no one is happy about it when a stranger rides into town offering Jackson Callan silver in exchange for holding secret messages for an anti-magic faction. The choice is obvious, even if it means they may be aiding in a plot to destroy their new king. It's a risk they're both willing to take. That is until another visitor arrives, handsome Lord Tycho, the king's courier. Did I say that right? Courier? The man who's been tasked with discovering who's conspiring against the throne. So it seems like a typical YA fantasy about magic and making decisions and protecting their town or whatever. But I love Brigid Kemmerer's writing and I love this cover and I'm interested. I do want to read Defy the Night and finish her other books that I have first. The next book that comes out on May 3rd is By the Book by Jasmine Guillory. So I just read my first Jasmine Guillory this year. I read While We Were Dating. It was okay. I think I gave it 3 stars. But By the Book is the second in the Meant to Be series. Which one's the first one? I don't know which is the first one in this but I'm assuming it's another one of those like companion sequels type thing. And I think this one's a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Yeah, this one's a Beauty and the Beast retelling. It's about this girl named Isabel, this guy named Bo, and she works at this publishing house. And then Bo is the author. There are a lot of these bookish romances that are like between a renowned author or editor or whatever, and then like a lower status person but in the same industry. I don't know. I feel like it's being overdone, but I'm interested in this. I probably wouldn't read this physically, maybe as an audiobook. I love a good Beauty and the Beast retelling. The next book I'm going to talk about is called Bravely by Mckee Stiefvater. So Mckee Stiefvater is the author of the Raven Boy series, the Shiver, I don't know the series name, but Shiver, Linger, Forever. What's the second one? I don't remember. But I love her writing. I've also read the Scorpio Races by her. I haven't read the Raven Boy series, or not Raven Boy, the Raven Cycle series yet, but I intend to this year because I do have the box set. Thank you, Natalie. But this one is clearly a Brave, the Disney movie, retelling. Like, you can just tell from the hair of the girl, but girl's name is also Merida. I think I've seen that movie once. I don't know, I think it was pretty cute. Merida goes on an all-new, life-changing adventure in this original YA novel set several years after the close of Brave. So there you go, several years after the movie. So she's probably a teenager now. Yeah, it's YA, so I don't know how old she was in the movie, but that's interesting. Yeah, I feel like that movie is one of those like forgotten Disney movies. I don't know, an oldie but a goodie, I guess. The last one on this list that comes out on May 3rd is We Were Dreamers by Simu Liu, who plays Shang-Chi and who plays the brother in Kim's Convenience, which is like one of my favorite shows. I love that show. So this is just his memoir. It says We Were Dreamers, an immigrant superhero origin story. Yeah, I'm obsessed with him. Like, I love his acting. I love like the way he carries himself and like his humor and everything. And he seems like a genuinely nice guy. So I would love to read about his life. Okay, the next release date on this list is May 10th. I have Siren Queen by I don't know how to say this name. Enghi Vo. I'm sorry. The cover, stunning. I first heard about this book from Jessie from Bowties and Books, you know, bestie Jessie. I don't even know what it's about. I had a feeling it takes place in a time period that I would enjoy reading about just based on the cover. Oh! Immortality is just a casting call away. Bro, y'all know how I feel about the immortality trope. Addie LaRue, A Dowry of Blood, Black Sunshine. Okay. Coming of age in pre-code Hollywood, she knows how dangerous the movie business is and how limited the roles are for a Chinese-American girl from the Hungarian Hill. In Luli's world, the worst monsters in Hollywood are not the ones on screen. The studios want to own everything from her face to her name to the women she loves. It's Sapphic. And they run on a system of bargains made in blood and ancient magic. Dude, wait, I kind of want to read this for Sapphic-a-thon next month because it's by an Asian author. I have so many books on my May TBR, y'all, you have no idea. For those who do survive to earn their fame, success comes with a steep price. Love high stakes. Luli's willing to do whatever it takes, even if that means becoming the monster herself. Oh, it's short. It's only 288 pages. Y'all might have to buy this book. An enthralling exploration of an outsider achieving stardom on her own terms in a fantastical Hollywood where the monsters are real and the magic of the silver screen illuminates every page. Okay, that sounds amazing. Why am I like shocked by these books as if I didn't create this list? I tried reading The Chosen and the Beautiful by the same author and I had to DNF. I just wasn't into it. I was like 80 pages in or something. So hopefully this one's better. That sounds so good. Oh my god. Okay, the next one that comes out on May 10th. Okay, this one, I love the cover. It's called Hidden Pictures by Jason Rikolak. I just love the spookiness of the cover. I love that the sea in pictures is a crescent moon and like the pine trees. Stunning. So this is a thriller. Oh, it's a horror? Yeah, I honestly just like go by either the author or the cover for these. Oh, my mom just texted me, love you. Love you too, mother. Creepy and warm-hearted mystery about a woman working as a nanny for a young boy with strange and disturbing secrets. Oh, okay. It's giving, not that I've read this, but The Turn of the Key, isn't that about a nanny? Am I making things up? I still gotta read that, man. I gotta do my Ruth Ware vlog at some point. But fresh out of rehab, Mallory Quinn takes a job in New Jersey as a babysitter for Ted and Carolyn Maxwell. I love when art is a big part of books as well. And then kids creep me the fuck out, so this will probably creep me the fuck out because Teddy like draws a bunch of shit and then one day he draws something different. A man in a forest dragging a woman's lifeless body. Teddy's artwork becomes more and more sinister. His stick figures steadily evolve into more detailed, complex, and lifelike sketches well beyond the ability of any 5-year-old. Why does this, didn't the kid in like The Whisper Man or The Shadows do the same thing? And then also every time I think of kids drawing in a sinister way, I think of Orphan, and that movie creeped me the fuck out. I heard it's problematic though, but anyway, this sounds interesting. I know Gabby's reading it right now, so I think she posted a vlog about it, so I gotta watch that. The next book that comes out on May 10th. Oh, I just found out about this book today. Dead End Girls. Yo. So this is by Wendy Hurd, who is the author of She's Too Pretty to Burn, which was one of my favorites of 2020, I believe. I absolutely love that book. At first it was like, oh, like so YA. Ugh, you know, but then it got good, and then it had one of my favorite tropes at the end. Everything. So this one, also YA, sapphic. It doesn't sound as interesting because She's Too Pretty to Burn had like photography and stuff like that, but it had like really good twists. If y'all haven't read She's Too Pretty to Burn yet, read it for Sapphic-a-thon one of these months. In 1 week, Maud will be dead. At least that's what she wants everyone to think. Oh, this is about, yeah, so the girl like fakes her death, right? And then there's also L'appel du vide, love, when French is incorporated into stories, and it translates to the call of the void that beckons her toward a new life where she will be tied to no one, free and adrift. Okay, Addie LaRue. Then Frankie, a step-cousin she barely knows, figures out what she's plotting and the plan seems like it's ruined. Except Frankie doesn't want to rat her out. Frankie wants in. The girls vault into the unknown, risking everything for a new and limitless life. But there are some things you can never run away from. What if the poison is not in the soil, but in the roots? That line. This pulse-pounding thriller offers a nuanced exploration of identity, freedom, and falling in love while your world falls apart. Bruh. That sounds so good. The cover is giving Twilight. We love to see it. All right, the next release date is May 17th, and I heard about this book today as well. Well, I've seen the cover, but I just didn't know it was by this author. So it's called Adult Assembly Required by Abby Waxman, who is the author of The Bookish Life of Nina Hill, and what's that other one called? If Only You Knew. What's it called? I was told it would get easier. Anyway, Adult Assembly Required. Don't even know what this is about. I hate the cover, honestly. Why are there so many humans on it? But yeah, I just love this author's writing because she does a really good job of like coming of age type of stories. A young woman arrives in Los Angeles, determined to start over, there you go, trying to escape an overprotective family and the haunting memories of a terrible accident. She doesn't expect to be homeless after a week. There's a fire. She's pretty sure she didn't start that fire. I love the fire trope. I don't know why. It's just so like final. I think Little Fires Everywhere was definitely the reason what started it all for me. She also doesn't expect to find herself adopted by a rogue bookseller installed in a lovely but completely illegal boarding house, challenged to save a losing trivia team. What the fuck is up with this author and trivia? Like Nina Hill in The Bookish Life of Nina Hill was really into trivia nights too. A regretful landlady, a gorgeous housemate, and an ex-boyfriend determined to put himself back in the running, and you'll see why Laura isn't really sure she's cut out for this adulting thing. Relatable. Lucky for her, her new friends aren't sure either, but maybe if they put their heads and hearts together, they'll be able to make it work for them. It sounds cute. It sounds like a cute story about people who don't know what they're doing helping other people who don't know what they're doing. And it seems like there are going to be a lot of relatable quotes about getting your shit together and figuring things out in life. I'm here for it. And then we have May 24th. First, we've got You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty by Akwaeke Emezi. I don't even need to know what this is about. After reading Dear Senthadon and after hearing Jessie rave about Akwaeke Emezi all the time, I have just fallen in love with this entity as well. But this one is their first romance. That's like all I need to know. But this fresh and seductive novel about a young woman seeking joy while healing from loss. She started dating this perfect guy. Their new relationship might be sabotaged before it has a chance. Who is she ready to become? Can she release her past and honor her grief while still embracing her future? And of course, there's the biggest question of all. Dun dun dun. How far is she willing to go for a second chance at love? She isn't ready for anything serious, but a steamy encounter at a rooftop party cascades into a whirlwind summer she could never have imagined. A luxury trip to a tropical island, decadent meals, and the glamorous home of a celebrity chef and a major curator who wants to launch her art career. I love, again, when art is involved in books for some reason. It just gives me that immediate artsy feel that I need. It seems like there's a lot going on in this book, which I love. And again, a woman finding herself and figuring out things as she goes, figuring out love. I I'm already anticipating all the highlights that are gonna be in this book. Jesse's already read it, of course, and they gave it 5 stars, of course. I usually don't like books set in the summer and like in tropical settings, but I'm gonna make the exception because the cover's stunning. I need this book in my hands. I need it. And it's also only 288 pages. What the heck? Is that like the golden number? Like, that's so specific. Okay, the next book that comes out on the 24th, I actually have physically. Hide by Kirsten White. Penguin Random House sent this to me. I usually don't like books set in amusement parks. I don't know, there's something about it, but I do like the bottom half of this cover. Like, I like how eerie that looks. This is about a really intense game of hide and seek in an amusement park. It's high stakes. It's a dark supernatural thriller. It turns deadly. It's a competition. There are 14 competitors. It's super short. It's 236 pages, so might squeeze us in somewhere. Who knows? But it seems really fast-paced and gripping. Hopefully. I like this like mustard yellow. Thank you so much to Penguin Random House for kindly sending this to me. Oh wait, I forgot one. May 10th, we have The Lioness. So this one I heard about yesterday when I was doing my research. This one is the author of The Flight Attendant, which my coworker was talking to me about yesterday because she's read the book and seen the show. I haven't done either, but I'm gonna take her word for it, and I'm gonna read either this one or The Flight Attendant at some point. But Chris Bojalian. So this takes place in Tanzania in 1964. The little blurb at the top says, a luxurious African safari turns deadly for a Hollywood starlet and her entourage in this riveting historical thriller. Katie Barstow, A-list actress, her new husband David Hill, decide to bring their Hollywood friends to the Serengeti for their honeymoon. They envision giraffes gently eating leaves from the tall acacia trees. Okay, it seems very atmospheric. I'm here for that. There's a kidnapping gone wrong, their guides bleed out in the dirt, and a team of Russian mercenaries herd them into Land Rovers, guns to their heads. As the powerful sun gives way to night, the gunmen shove them into abandoned hut, and Katie Barstow prays for a simple thing, to see the sunrise one more time. Oh my god. That sounds like such an adventure, and I hope this one's fast-paced. I like the cover. There's like claw marks. I'm here for it. Okay, and then we have May 31st, which is when The Fae Keeper comes out. The author's name, H.E. Edgman. So this is the sequel to The Witch King, which I read for Jesse's NB book club last year, and I really enjoyed. The audiobook's really good too. The narrator's great. I did the whole like following along thing with the audiobook, and it was a very enjoyable experience. I do love this cover a lot more than the first one. Love the red, love the like vines and stuff. So this is a YA fantasy. It has so much representation, y'all. Like, there's trans rep, I think there's sapphic rep. There's a lot going on, and then there are all these different fantastical creatures and powers. It's really good. I honestly forgot what the objective was in the first one. I was just vibing with the characters and the little romances in between. Yeah, the personality of the characters are what did it for me, and like there's humor and the dialogue is great. So I'm definitely gonna be picking that up at some point. Maybe not soon, but at some point. And then lastly, I noticed that there are a lot of sequels coming out next month, but for books that I haven't read the first one yet. I don't know. For example, Rivals by Katherine Mckee. I've owned American Royals forever, and I still intend on reading it because I love Katherine Mckee's writing in the 1000th Floor series, which is like one of my favorite YA series of all time. Highly recommend, especially if you like Gossip Girl. So fucking good. It's Gossip Girl, but like in the future. It's great, and there's so much going on. There's so many characters, so many perspectives. Anyway, I heard that's the same in American Royals, that there are a lot of perspectives and a lot of drama and everything, so I do want to get to that soon. But the third one comes out next month, and that's Rivals. So at least if I really like the first one, I can just binge the series if I really wanted to. Also, I don't know when that comes out. Sorry, hold on. Hey, Goodreads. When does Rivals come out? May 31st as well. The next one is the second in a duology. It's the sequel to Malice by Heather Walter, called Misrule. It comes out May 10th. Malice is a Sleeping Beauty retelling, a sapphic Sleeping Beauty retelling that I've had the arc for forever, and it's Aurora and the evil witch falling in love. So it sounds good. And yeah, now the second one comes out, so Love that for me. The last book on this list is the sequel to Middle Game, which apparently the series is called Alchemical Journeys. Yeah, this is the sequel to Middle Game by Sean and McGuire. Have yet to read Middle Game. I have it. Thank you, Sharni, for getting it for me for my birthday. Yeah, haven't read it yet. It's thick. It's intimidating. I did put it up a little bit higher on my radar, on my TBR, when I met Sid last weekend, and she told me that Middle Game is one of her favorites of all time. So hopefully I do read it soon. But yeah, that one comes out May 3rd. Very, very soon. If you made it to the end of this video, put the Ferris wheel emoji in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what books you're excited for in May. Hope y'all had a great day. Stay safe and stay positive always, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye!